Hello, I'm Lauren. I'm going to introduce you to the rest of the 5 S's: shine, standardize, and sustain. As a quick review, the 5 S's are sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. In the previous module, you learned about sorting and setting in order, but it's important for us to take a moment and consider all 5 S's together before we move to the next section. Sorting helps us clearly distinguish needed items from unneeded items and then to eliminate those unneeded items. Setting in order helps us to find a place for everything and makes sure that frequently used items are close to where they're needed. This module is going to focus on the next 3 S's. Shine involves cleaning and inspecting the area and the equipment around you. The standardize step supports the first 3 steps. It makes it clear what the condition of the space should be every day. Finally, sustain helps us keep the system in perfect running condition. S3 is shine. Why do we shine? Well, it helps us create and maintain a clean, safe, organized working environment. Keep in mind that with 5S, cleaning is a form of inspection to ensure everything is in working order. And then maybe just as importantly, a clean workspace shows respect for workers and patients, as well as creating a sense of pride. When it comes to shine, there are 3 steps to the process. First, you shine on the macro level. This involves cleaning everything and dealing with the underlying causes of defects. Then you shine on the individual level. This is when you clean specific work areas and specific equipment. And finally, you shine on the micro level. Shining on the micro level means you clean specific parts and tools and identify and correct causes of contamination. To set up a shine system, you'll divide the area into zones. This is an example of a zone map used on the Neuro ICU. When zones are designed, each zone should take about the same amount of time. Because of this, it's important to remember that zones will be different sizes. One area may be smaller but have more shine opportunity than another, and that's okay. Each zone should take about 5 to 10 minutes to shine it up on a daily basis. Every space that's been 5S'd, including patient rooms, should be recognized on the zone map. The 4th S is standardize. This step is crucial to making sure we know how things should stay in order to have a clean and safe workspace. Remember this medroom from the first video? You can see some examples here of standardization. That could include a lot of different things. Notice that all the containers are labeled so that it's clear what goes in each, in what quantities, and where to get more. You may also notice that there's now color coding in place. One standard that this area implemented is that they removed all the doors from the cabinets in order to make things clearly visible. This will be important in making sure that things don't slip back into disarray and that all of our efforts aren't lost. They've also decided that everything that can be raised off the countertops will be. This frees up workspace and reduces clutter. Finally, the 5th S is sustain. It takes discipline and thoughtfulness to sustain the great work of the previous 4 S's, but it doesn't have to be hard. To bridge between establishing the 4th S, standardize, and executing the 5th S, sustain, we use the daily 5S form to assess 5S levels. This assures we're achieving and maintaining the quality standards we've set for ourselves, and that 5S activities are a routine part of daily work. What you see here is the target condition sheet. Remember those zones we created as a part of standardization? One of these sheets should be placed in each corresponding zone. This makes sure that the sort, set, and shine expectations are posted in the space and makes it clear what those expectations are for that particular area. Once the daily 5S has been completed, the person will initial the day and the shift they completed right here. This makes it visible to everyone in the space that the daily 5S has been completed. Also, on this form, you can black out the days and the shifts that don't represent this space. For example, if you're a clinic and you're only open Monday through Friday, your target condition would make it visible that the clinic does not need to be daily 5S'd on days it's not open. Likewise, if your area doesn't run 3 shifts like the target condition sheet shows, You can block those shifts that don't apply. This form is the 5S job cycle chart. It lists all 5S related tasks and identifies how often they're to be performed for each zone. There is a section of the visibility wall set aside for managing daily improvement. We generally refer to this section as the MDI. Each zone will have an associated graph on the MDI section, and the target will be set at 3. If the daily 5S did not get completed, mark that day as a 0 for that zone. If it did get completed, the person doing the daily 5S will record their score as it's shown on the daily 5S form they completed that day. Each day at Huddle, you'll report out the score for each zone. If a defect occurs, you'll report out which defect number it was that occurred in that space. You'll find the defect number right there on your daily 5S form. This helps to identify where we have opportunities to improve and then direct countermeasures that will address the actual problem. Keep in mind, though, you'll want to report out the defect both if you were able to do something about it and if you were not able to do something about it. This allows the defects to be captured properly either way and then discussed with the team, and it can help with improvement ideas around the defects. So the 5 S's are sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. You have a high-level understanding of what those are and how we do them. Just like with anything, as you go along with the 5S system, you'll identify opportunities for improvement and you'll have ideas on how to tackle them. Those improvement ideas about how to correct the defects in each zone, well, those get handled at Huddle and prioritized using a pick chart. That comes in the next module.